Hello. So I'm going to be interviewing people from the bombing in Birmingham, Alabama. And before you start watching this, yes, I'm going to be interviewing people from the class and two special guests. Okay. So the backstory of the bombing in Alabama occurred in September 15, 1963. But a bomb exploded in Sunday school in a church. And 4 young girls were killed, and others were very badly injured. White people made homemade bombs. That's very sick. And they were set out to kill black people's homes. That is also very sick. And Birmingham earned the nickname called Bombingham. Yeah. Okay, now let's interview people if they heard about the bomb in the church. Hello, I'm going to be interviewing Terrence Burton for the bombing in 1963. So, how did the 16th Street bombing happen, and how many people were killed?
It happened on September 15th, 1963, before the morning service, and 4 little girls were killed.
Yes. And what would be your advice for people to stop racism?
To stop racism, you have to acknowledge white supremacy systems and dismantle white supremacy systems and just treat everyone equally with respect.
Yes. Okay, so thank you for having Terrence Burton to be interviewed. Okay. Hello, I'm going to be interviewing Rochelle Hart and for the bombing in 1963. So why was the 16th Street Baptist Church the target?
Because it was very popular and heavily attended and predominantly black.
And what group was responsible for the bombing in the church?
Ultimately, there were 4 men that were held responsible, but those men were members of, let me get the name absolutely correct, they were a splinter group of the Eastview Calvary, which was a spinoff of the 13th chapter of the KKK.
Okay. And how did the 16th Street impact the nation?
There was a huge outrage after, especially because 4 little girls were murdered, and it was national, and people were really upset about it. And ultimately, that support and outrage because of the 16th Street bombing led to a turning point and helped support the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Oh, okay. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
being interviewed with me.
Thank you.
Hello. I'm going to be interviewing people about the bombing in Birmingham. So our first guest is Olivia Clausen.
Hi.
So, did you know about the bombing in Birmingham, Alabama?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's very tragic. And what did you feel when you first heard about
I
it?
felt very sad
Yeah.
because people shouldn't die in that way. Because I know that some people did die, and it wasn't good.
Yeah. And did you have any advice for people to stop racism?
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Like equal rights, you know.
Equal rights.
Don't do it.
Period. I'm gonna be interviewing another person. Come right up. Yeah. So, did you know about the church bombing in Birmingham, Alabama?
Yes, it was very tragic.
Yeah. And what did you feel when you first heard about the bombing in Birmingham, Alabama?
Well, it was upsetting to know that people hate African Americans so much that they would bomb a church full of children.
Yeah.
Innocent children.
Innocent. Now, do you have any advice for people about racism?
Don't be racist. It's not helping us.
It has no purpose.
Like,
We're all equal.
equality. Come on.
God made us literally all the same. Okay. Now we're going to get our third person on the stage right now. Ma'am, would you please come up here? And did you know about the bombing in Birmingham, Alabama?
Yes.
Yes. And what did you feel when you first heard about the bombing in Birmingham, Alabama?
It was very scary, and I was kind of sad.
Yeah, because, about that past. And do you have any advice for people about racism?
It needs to be stopped. It's not good.
It's not a good thing because all God has treated us equal. All right, so we have our fourth person to interview. Come up.
Hi.
Did you know about the church bombing in Birmingham, Alabama?
No.
Okay. And what did you feel when you heard about the bombing in Birmingham, Alabama?
I was taking a stroll. I was going to drop off my daughter over there, but luckily, that shockwave from that bomb, I felt it. I fell to my knees, and the world was ringing. It felt like a huge earthquake.
Very nice. I feel sorry for that. And do you have any advice for people about racism?
Well, if you're experiencing racism, just ignore it, because in real life, those people are just losers, and they're probably just boomers. And then also, if the racism gets bad enough to where you start getting physically hurt or injured from the person, it's considered a hate crime, and you can call the police on them, and they'll get arrested, and you can finally press charges and get some money.
Well, good advice from Noah. Starting in 3, 2, 1, camera rolling, action. Hello, I'm going to be interviewing my fifth person, and come right up.
Hello.
Hi. So did you know about the church bombing in Birmingham, Alabama?
Not until I read the book. No?
Yeah, okay. And what did you feel when you first heard about the bombing?
Well, I felt like felt kind of upset, like a little mad, because like that's not fair. Just kill people just so they don't go to church. That's that's really upsetting.
Yeah, especially when they're learning about the Book of God.
Yeah.
And it's the house of God, so that's not good. And do you have any advice for people about racism, like to stop racism?
I think we should stop racism because God made us all equal. People say, "Oh, we're all equal," but then they say, "Oh, well, black people, you can't be here because you're black," or "Hey, you can't take a girl because so and so." But you know what?
What?
Since we're all equal, right?
Yeah.
So then that means that means it's not polite to hit a boy. So
Yeah.
it's kind of unfair either way. Like, I think we should just stop all of this racism, and like really anything that goes like crossways, like that puts different people aside, like gender. Forgot what it's called.
It's called, I forgot it as well.
It will like when you say something about gender, something sexist or like racism. It's just not nice. It's not okay.
Not nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ollie.
You're welcome. Bye.
And you all know by now. Oops. Hello, I'm going to be interviewing people. Hi, I'm going to be interviewing people. Oh my god. For people to stop racism.
To stop racism, you have.
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
I just couldn't.
Alrighty.
Are you gonna put bloopers in yours?
Yes. Oh, that's a blooper.
Young kids.
Yeah.
You're about to laugh.
No, because of your face. Now, did you know? Stop.
Yes.
And what did you feel when you? What? Alright guys, that's it for everything, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.
I'm through my